Hi, this is David Comfort from Democracy Action Network. Here's what's actually wild. 24 states and the District of Columbia just banded together to sue the Trump administration over a staggering $6.8 billion in education funding that has been withheld just weeks before school starts. That's right. This amount represents about 14% of all federal funding for elementary and secondary education in the U.S. Imagine the impact. This money isn't just a number. It translates into crucial support for after-school programs that provide safe havens for kids while their parents work. It funds teacher training and resources for children learning English. So, let me ask you, ever notice how easily those in power can play politics with our children's futures? The lawsuit, spearheaded by Democratic attorneys general from 22 states and governors from Pennsylvania and Kentucky, claims that the Trump administration is acting illegally by withholding this funding. The U.S. Constitution clearly states that Congress controls spending, and the Impoundment Control Act of 1974 prohibits the president from unilaterally refusing to spend appropriated funds. So, why is this administration pushing back against established law? The White House argues that they are conducting a review of the funds, citing alleged misuse of federal education money to promote a radical left-wing agenda. Can you believe that? They even pointed to a seminar on queer resistance in the arts as a reason for withholding funds. This is honestly crazy, but also so telling of the administration's priorities. It seems they'd rather cut funding than support diverse educational programs that enrich our children's learning experiences. The implications of this funding cut are severe, especially for low-income families. Nationwide, the withheld funds support after-school services for about 1.4 million children, nearly 20% of all students in such programs. Cutting these resources means leaving parents in a lurch, particularly in rural areas where after-school programs are often the only option available. And let's not forget the teachers. Over $2 billion of this funding is earmarked for training and retaining effective educators in low-income districts. What if I told you that withholding this money could lead to layoffs and a decline in educational quality? Critics of the administration, including some Republicans, are stepping up to call for the release of these funds. Representative Mike Lawler, for instance, has urged Trump to release $1.3 billion specifically for after-school programs. It's heartening to see some bipartisan support for what's fundamentally a children's issue. In the end, this situation is a puzzle of power, politics, and the future of our education system. We need to stand together and advocate for our kids, ensuring they have access to the resources they need to thrive. The fight for education funding isn't just about numbers. It's about our children's potential and their right to a fair chance at success. This is David Comfort from Democracy Action Network. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel. It would help out a lot. Peace.